government may have lost more than $5 billion last year to identity thieves filing false tax returns. That's according to the Treasury Department investigators. They report the Internal Revenue Service caught fraudulent returns claiming more than $6 billion from Uncle Sam. But billions more also fell through the cracks. The investigators say thieves often take the identities of dead people, children, or others who would not ordinarily file a tax return in the first place. And those investigators warn that if the trend continues, as much as $21 billion in taxpayer money could go down the drain over the next 5 years. With us now is John Cilio. He's an identity theft expert and CEO of the Cilio Group, an identity theft prevention consulting firm. John, good to see you. I mean, why is this such a growing problem? Are we just getting better at duping the IRS?
You know, it's actually been a problem for some time. I think because of the report from the audit group, it's kind of brought this festering sore to the surface. But this has been going on for 10 or more years.
Is it the system, John? Because, you look at the air traffic control system in this country and it's antiquated, it's old, it needs to be replaced. Is it kind of a sense that you have that the IRS system, the computers, they can't really cross-check, they can't do the proper things that need to be done in these scenarios?
Trace, there's a couple of things. Number one, there is this filing gap, which is that we can file taxes as individuals starting in mid-January. But businesses, employers, and financial institutions, they don't have to send out their income data for people until the end of March. So there's this window of opportunity when effectively the IRS is working in the dark. They don't have the numbers. If somebody files for a refund, they don't have anything to measure it against. And then, yes, there's systems issues.
Yeah, is it partly because the tax system is such a train wreck? I mean, we've got tax attorneys that can't figure out the entire tax system. Is it because, look, if we can figure out loopholes, the crooks can clearly figure out loopholes in this system, right?
Yeah, they're figuring them out first. And, one of the great examples is there were 2,100 returns filed at a single address in Michigan. They all went to one address, which shows us that there are not the proper red flags when there are duplicate records. Multiple refunds given to one Social Security number, 2,100 being sent to one address. Those are basic software changes. And frankly, this isn't all just the IRS. I mean, we as individuals are responsible as well.
Well, they're targeting us. I mean, that's the whole thing is they're hitting the IRS, but they're targeting us. I mean, this is all identity theft from thousands of Americans.
Yeah, it is, and it's incredibly damaging. And now that the numbers are big and that we see, okay, $20 billion being lost that are going to people, to criminals, to organized crime, it really gets people involved, and that's what it should be. We need to solve these problems, and we can do it. We're the greatest, technological nation on earth. We can get it done.
Yep, we can get it done. John Cilio, identity theft expert. John, good weekend to you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me, Trace.